Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, March 19th, 2021. Um, did my scan for the day. There is not a lot that is coming up on the TPS strategy that I am showing you guys right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and review what happened yesterday and how I traded Dick's Sporting Goods for a couple very good profitable trades. So, here's the open uh, yesterday, and we were down a little bit on the close, and we gapped up very slightly here, and went on a little tear. And I'm looking at this, we're hitting 1914. I'm sorry, 79.14. Apologize. And I'm looking for this to break 80. Okay, and then it starts turning on us. It did pull back on a different chart. There was VWAP somewhere in here. It held VWAP and then started back up. I'm like, all right, here we go. And I start reading the tape, and I'm looking at the market, and I can see that we are getting ready to turn down. So this trades, DKS typically trades how the NASDAQ trades. So I was watching that. The ticks went negative. The VIX started going up. Um, ADD was negative. Everything was just going against this. So I took the opportunity here to sell the remaining options I had at, I think, about a 50% win. And then I watched this pullback. Okay. And it eventually found support. And I bought this here off the lower Bollinger Band here and rode this back up. Let me pull out there a little bit, and let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit quicker picture. And then I held here just after it made a new high, right over in here. I noticed obviously we had a doji, another doji, a doji. And I'm like, okay, we've got the power struggle between buyers and sellers here, and nobody is winning. It's a tug of war. And I'm watching, right down here, volume is dry. And then I'm watching, again, the NASDAQ. Everything was going negative at the same time. So I went ahead and took 240% profit here. And I believe I bought these options, if I remember, right around 60 cents. And if I can't remember the exact number. I think I sold them right around like 145 or 150 or something like that. But it was a 200 and something dollar profit, 240% profit, I'm sorry. And then later in the day, because I still believe Dix is going to go ahead and break 80. If you look at the daily on this, it I still believe this goes up here. We've got a pretty high short float. Yesterday obviously was not an ideal situation. Uh, Very choppy market, and then the Nasdaq turned down. I think they were down over 350 points, and that just pulled us down right here and killed the momentum we had. But I still believe we'll find out today that this takes off and goes up above 80, and looking forward to that because I bought next week's options at the time. Let's see, where was it at? Trying to remember exactly where I bought, but it was somewhere back in here, and thought it was pulling. I think it might have been right in here because I remember it started to pull up, and then it failed and went down for the day, and then we had a little bit of an uptick at the end. But so I'm down slightly in those options right at this moment, but I think I'm down about 20%, 15-20%, and yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I'll be keeping my eye on Dick's Sporting Goods. And I went through a lot of these. I mean, AON was one that was starting to set up. Let me pull pull up the 4-up charts. And it was starting to set up here. It was in our buy zone. It was getting in there. And then it looks like this just wants to turn down. We'll see what happens today, because obviously the market was down yesterday, so it pulled everything down. But this was really starting to set up, and I thought it was going to be a possible TPS play. Has multiple time frame squeezes. I've got a 5-minute squeeze, a 15-minute squeeze, a 30-minute squeeze, a 1-hour squeeze, 2-hour squeeze. Then we have the daily, the 78-minute squeeze, and this was just starting to, and it failed and broke. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe AON will be something that we can play here in the future, but keep your eye on that one as well. Other than that, there's not a whole lot that's catching my eye. I just don't see any plays here, so it's going to probably be a day trading. And don't forget today, actually I should have started with this, is going to be the triple witching. So the last hour of the day, we have all three types of options going to be expiring. So typically the last hour, we will get we're just going to get a tremendous amount of volume and volatility in the market. So just be very, very careful, especially towards the end of the day. But probably all day, to be honest. It's going to be pretty crazy. People trying to get out of these positions, and you're going to see a lot of volume. So, all right, guys, take it easy. That's all I have for the day. Enjoy the coffee, and we will talk again tomorrow. See ya.